is
GM Kairu.
and we are now into the final game of the night. That is Game 2 between Team Prs and Team Kuala Lumpur Hunters. But of course, before we get into that, let us advertise our tournaments and of course the ticket selling. So we do have, again, the Bites and Bites Bistro and Cyber Cafe tournament on June 27, 2015, 10 a.m. Saturday at 3177 Kalayaan Avenue, Makati City, near Kalayaan Flyover. So you can see right here, it's in the map. And of course, the directions is at esports.garena.ph, as well as the tournament details themselves and the prizes. So it's just going to the prizes. For champions, we have 2,000 cash plus $5 plus 5 LOL shirts, 5 LOL lanyards, and a LOL certificate. As for second place, 1,000 cash, 5 LOL lanyards, $5, and for the third and fourth place, 500 cash, $5 for each teams. And also we have the Rampage ticket selling in Katipunan. So that will be, or rather the time is at 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on July 4 to 6, 2015. That's a Saturday to Monday at the virtual grounds, Katipunan Avenue, Sanland Place, Loyal Heights, Quezon City, in front of Ateneo. We're also selling the deluxe Rampage tickets that is similar to the VIP, only 600 pesos, but you don't get the championship ribbon as well as the seat, but you do get the merchandise as well as the riot kill, I believe.
Yep.
Yes. All right, so we're just waiting for the teams to start off. But again, that game one, let's just say, like you've said, Kuala Lumpur Hunters were undecided in their team fights.
Yeah. And yeah, that's basically why they lost. They picked up fights that they can't win. And yeah, before actually we discuss anything else, the game, I would like to invite you guys to watch the LCL this coming Sunday. Actually, it's June 26th. Greyhawks Esports by Technological Institute of the Philippines versus Kingdom Sports Hub STI. First game. Game 2 would be Puso, University of the Philippines Cebu versus Victims of Love, CPU.
Talagang match of the Puso laban sa Victims of Love.
Yeah, that's a good match. So Chess Gaming, Game 3, St. Louis University versus Scorpions, Cagayan de Oro College, FINMA. And for the last game, we have Profilers of the Unknown, Ateneo de Davao University versus Veritas Arcas, De La Salle University. Also, guys, don't forget to watch the PGS tomorrow.
Oh, of course, guys.
Yes, there's still going to be PGS every week from now on, but then it's going to be during Sundays only. Saturdays, yes. I mean.
So tomorrow is week 6, day 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, week 6.
Yes, so we'll see some pretty...
Yeah, well, you can check the updates on the Facebook page. It's going to be uploaded there.
Also, be sure to watch that, guys, because it's going to take a turn for the better for some teams. So we are signaling some go-go's here from the Team Prs as well as the Kuala Lumpur Hunters, and we are now going into the ban and pick phase. This is game 2 in this best of 2 series. All right, so no bans just yet. We only have started. Okay, so what do you think is like the issue now for Kuala Lumpur Hunters to try and take game 2 right now to win it? I mean, yes, they were able to use Jae-Young-Ju early on effectively, but then he lost his effectiveness as the game progressed. Do you think that I think he should try and, you know, spread out his aggression? Kasi sa mid lane na talaga siya na-focus, since after that, wala na siyang parang effect sa top lane and bottom lane kasi wala naman siya dun. Yes.
Yeah, I think personally the bad thing about what Jarvan did earlier was that, yeah, aside from the fact that he focused solely on the middle lane, I think the aggression should be equal, or I mean, it should somehow maybe slow from the start or maybe fast start and then you continue the pace all throughout. Kasi what Jarvan did was that sobrang intense nung pressure niya early game, but then when it came to the latter part of the early game at around 8 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes, I mean 8 minutes onwards, there was no gank coming from Jarvan at any lanes at all. No successful ganks connected, and that was just the time that PRS took over, and you know, they won the lanes, and eventually they provoked fights that they can actually win. There was a bit, they have a bit of an iffy decision-making in terms of like the split pushing mechanic coming from KLH, but because that's a brilliant plan coming from KLH. But then, you know, they started winning fights, and they can actually win fights because they won lanes, and you know, all of their carries are getting fed because of all those kills. So it became more evident for PRS to take the lead, and eventually they won those fights, and ultimately winning the game.
And look at this. I believe Kuala Lumpur Hunters stole PRS's bottom lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so is it like a trend right now in the GPL to always get a Kalista as well? Yes, I know that Kalista is a very strong ADR right now, but with the Nautilus.
Yeah, Nautilus is actually a fine support.
True that.
Yeah, he brings in tanky. He can function as a tank, as a
initiator.
Yeah, initiator, a tank, and of course a support, because CC machine. He's a CC machine. The dredge line, the passive, the E ability, plus the
Riptide and depth charge.
Yeah, Riptide and depth charge. So
yes,
he's a really effective jungler and support. But sometimes he's used also as a top laner, just as what we saw yesterday with the game of IPT. However, that Nautilus wasn't quite effective in terms of as in laning, because Nautilus
doesn't have a good kit for laning.
Yeah,
I mean, all of his kit is more of like engaging, so it's better complemented if he's in the support role or the jungle role.
Yeah. And in terms of dueling, then I'm kind of inclined that Nautilus early game is kind of squishy. Like he has he's kind of huge in terms of model, but then if you hit him early game, he kind of falters early game. Then that's his kind of weakness.
So he's like a puffed up balloon.
Yeah, something like that in the early game.
Oh, will we actually see the pick onto the Vel'Koz? I have not seen a Vel'Koz in competitive. I don't know if I've actually seen a Vel'Koz in competitive for either PGS or GPL right now.
Yeah.
So will they actually do this? And Vel'Koz, in my opinion, can go to the mid lane as well as the support lane.
Yeah. He can go
so we'll see. Ooh.
Yeah, looks like Vel'Koz.
Okay, so we're gonna see a Vel'Koz support for Team Parioxys. So
unless they want to pull off a Cho'Gath support.
Hey, it's unorthodox.
No, but yeah, I think the more likely way is to go for Vel'Koz support.
Yeah, he does have, I believe, true damage when he activates his passive.
Yeah, the proc.
Yeah, the 3-hit 3-spell proc. So we might see that just pushing out. Ooh.
Kha'Zix actually getting picked up right now for KLH. Haven't seen Kha'Zix in a while after all those nerfs that they did to him. What did they do? What have they done to you, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, Kha'Zix is a jungler that dominates when he gets kills. And just when the new meta came in, he was, I don't know. He
got outshined actually, because he's more of an assassin.
Yeah, he's a ganker.
Yeah, if you get a Cinder Hulk, then an assassin, wouldn't be much
doesn't have enough damage.
As effective. Wouldn't be as effective as.
And I think as well as his like wave clear, when the camps became a little bit harder, it's either he's forced to have very low health to finish the other camps, or he's forced to recall after 1 or 2 camps.
Yeah.
Something like that. So seeing right now from Kuala Lumpur Hunters, we're gonna see another, let's say, aggressive ganker here coming in from Jeongju. Kha'Zix does have a lot of burst damage early on.
Yeah, he can actually out-duel most of the junglers. But it's a Gragas. Gragas has quite a sustain.
As well
damage
as the,
redux.
Yeah, the damage reduction with the Drunken Rage.
Yeah.
But Jeongju, again with Ozra Veki on a Fizz. Will they go for Bane Mystic? Bane Mystic here is on a Cho'Gath.
It's a losing matchup for Bane Mystic.
Yeah, because I believe in your words as well, Fizz counters out the Cho'Gath.
Yeah, the flat out counters Cho'Gath because of the percentage damage coming from Seastone Trident.
Here's a question. If, like, let's say, Bane Mystic doesn't try to go against Ozra Veki and just tries to do a safe lane with his Rupture as well as his Feral Scream, can he farm and not get too harassed out of lane by Ozra Veki?
That's highly unlikely, since both of them are melee champions. And Fizz is actually super mobile, while Cho'Gath does not have any mobility at all except for that flash. So the scenario is Fizz would be going ultra aggressive against a Bane Mystic, and most probably Coromento would be taking advantage of that, and he would be ganking mid lane most of the time. So, but as we have seen earlier, Jeongju actually camps out mid. So we'll see. Maybe we would see a lot of 2v2s in this one in the middle side of the map. Yeah,
that's also what I'm expecting, because Jeongju, game 1 already showed how much he loves to gank that mid lane. But maybe, he said that I tried to gank mid lane, maybe I'll try to do the side lanes, because, well, Ghost here has a twisted advance, so he can lock down Wrath for I think a second or just a few moments for
A second for level 1 Twisted
yeah, okay,
Advance.
for level 1. So Jaeyoungju can go in there and burst him down, maybe force a flash or a kill. As for the bottom lane, similar, like you've said, Nautilus is a CC machine. Can they force some flashes out? And whoa, barrier flash, heal flash.
Yeah, they're going for a super safe lane in the bottom side. Seeing that Nautilus is carrying an Ignite, this is actually a pretty good pickup coming from PRS because Vel'Koz is a very immobile champion as well.
Yes.
Having only that W, I believe, I'm not sure what it's called because I haven't really seen
Yeah,
and played Vel'Koz in a while.
Same with me.
So yeah, it's actually, it ensures the survival of both of them.
Just a question. Game 1, we talked about 2 top laners who are the Hecarim and the Irelia. They're not good in a 2v1 situation, but a Ryze and a Maokai are a different story.
Yeah.
Will there be a lane swap?
Possibly, I think the...
Who will initiate it, I mean?
I think the lane swap would probably be initiated by... I think KLH.
Oh, KLH?
Can, yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think they're gonna be better off with the lane swap. Kasi, no, actually, it can actually go either ways. Kasi Ez and Vel'Koz lane is more of a poke lane.
Yes.
So Maokai is a melee champion.
Yes.
So they can actually outpoke Maokai and prevent him from farming. So for them, it's gonna be an easy time in the top side. And it can also be initiated by Kalista and Nautilus,
Yeah,
because
KLH.
Ryze is a very immobile champion. And once Nautilus gets Ryze with the dredge line, it's gonna be the end of Ryze because it's all ultra CC coming from Nautilus. It would be a flash burn, and the next time that he gets caught is gonna be dead for sure.
Yes. But like in a 2v2 situation, who will win? Is it Ezreal Vel'Koz or the Kalista Nautilus, I mean?
I'm highly inclined to say that Ez and Vel'Koz would probably outpoke Moon and Caspiel in the bottom side. And in a 2v2 situation, based from the spells that they have, I'm highly inclined to say PRS would win the trade.
All right. So before we do start into this match, welcome again, guys, to the Summoner's Rift. This is the last game of the night for the Garena Premier League Summer 2015 Game 2 in this best-of-2 series between Team Pyrrhoxys and Kuala Lumpur Hunters. So for the blue side in Team Pyrrhoxys, we have Wrath in the top lane, Ryze in the jungle. It's going to be Coromento with the Gragas. In the middle lane, it's going to be Bane Mystic on the Cho'Gath. And for the bottom lane duo, we have Broom on the Ezreal. As for his Vel'Koz support, will be Fa.
And in the red side, we have Kuala Lumpur Hunters. In the top side, we have Ghost in that Maokai. In the jungle, we have Jaeyoungjo with that Kha'Zix. Hello, my old friend. In the middle lane, we have Azura Veki with that Fizz. And in the bottom side, we have Caspiel and Moon with that Kalista Nautilus combination.
Yes, and just looking into the skins, we have one Battlecast Cho'Gath, one, I think this is a Battlecast Vel'Koz, and one Mecha Kha'Zix. So we're in to, I think it was last week that we had some, the fake dinosaur and the real dinosaur, and now we're going in for like the Terminator type of, I don't know, skin set.
Lol, Terminator.
Yes, hey, July 1, man.
Yeah, I actually like Terminator. Like, I'm looking forward to watching Terminator Genesis.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah, Arnie is back.
Yeah. Or Hasta la vista, Berber. Something like that.
Can you do that again?
No, I'm not going to do it again. All right. So we do see that Jaeyoungju here will start with the Gromps. So he'll be able to get the blue buff a little bit quicker. Okay, Father tried to use his Q to steal or rather harass Jaeyoungju there.
Yeah, but if he manages to get that one,
wow,
I mean, Kha'Zix is gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, it's either Moon will have to like buddy system with her for a little bit, or he has to recall or something like that.
Yeah, it's horrible when like level 1, level 2, you get harassed by the enemy support.
Yeah.
In the jungle, and they actually get the buffs. Actually, I had the game like that. It was so horrible. I wasn't able to catch up with the other team because both of my buffs got counter jungled by the support in the opposing jungler.
Wow, so that means it was a 4-buff start?
Yeah, 4-buff start for their side.
That's so detrimental. I mean, a 3-buff start is still a so-so since you can gank a lane early on to just, you know, catch them off guard. Actually, I tried that before when the enemy team had a 3-buff start against me, but I had the red buff. I just ganked the mid lane. They weren't expecting that. Or actually the bottom lane. And I got an instant double kill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really hard when you're down in terms of EXP, and if you're playing as Kazakhs and you're gonna be down with EXP, I mean, it's really horrible because
Yeah.
Kazakhs needs experience,
So
Kazakhs needs gold.
Yeah, so farm dependent
Yeah.
as well as skill dependent. And oh!
No, it is Smite. Come on.
Yeah, I didn't see that he had a smite there. Just a little bit, because this is the first time we've seen another Kazakhs here. So, just the the chills running down my spine.
Wow.
Though we see right now that Ghost is harassing Wrath out of that lane. We do know that Maokai does have sustain with his passive, and Wrath pre-level 6 will be harassed a little bit by the the Maokai, I mean.
Yeah, and looks like in the bottom side, it's a poke lane for PRS Proioxys here, and yeah, not much that big of difference in this terms of CS, as well as in the top side of the map. With Maokai, actually, I think Maokai tried to get the early level advantage, perhaps.
Yes.
So he's ahead by 1 level against Wrath here.
Yes,
top side of the
this
map.
Wrath actually got the CS advantage right now.
Yeah.
Alright, though we could see here that Jeongju did opt to go in for a Stalker's Blade, so
Yeah.
he's really hoping to get himself a gank there.
Yeah.
But will this ward actually spot him out? Oh, it didn't. I think it did it. Yeah, it didn't. So there will be a gank into this mid lane. Bane Mystic hugging this top side though. Does get slowed off. Knockup comes on to Ozraveki there. They do force him to flash away. I thought they were gonna try to re-engage, but it's a little bit
Too far, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit too far there.
If the Void Spikes were hit Cho'Gath, maybe they could have, taken him down.
Yes. Alright, so that was a successful gank by Jeongju, forcing the flash out of Bane Mystic there, and he's still gonna go into this mid lane again. Nicely done dredge line there by Moon there. And they're gonna go in onto Bane Mystic. Can they further down? Yes, they do!
Wow!
And I believe the dangerous game saves Bane Mystic's life there.
Yeah, I think it did.
Wow!
That's like 10% of your missing, 5%, and then another 5% of your missing HP regenerated through the dangerous game mastery.
Yes, nice dredge line there. Onto Fa, he takes so much damage! Whoa. Caspiel flashes in.
Action star move.
Yeah, I'll be back. Alright, so again, I just have to say, deja vu for Kuala Lumpur Hunters. First gank, they force a flash. Oh, wait for that. They're gonna try to do a gank onto the bottom lane. Nice route there by Kuramento, but I think that's all said and done when Caspiel goes down to Foz. Burst damage, and rather damage output. Nicely done there by Kuramento.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, the mid engagement was just perfect for Proioxys.
Yeah.
The perfect chain of their CC. 2 members, Kuala Lumpur Hunters, were hit by the rupture, plus the body slam.
And
so
the
they weren't able to react to that one. They were locked actually.
And now you can see the Twisted Advance and Vengeful Maelstrom coming out of Ghost there. Will put some damage onto Wrath, but Wrath will chug on those potions. And I just have to say again, deja vu. They forced the flash out of Bane Mystic. Yes, this time they didn't get the kill, but Team Proioxys, from experience, know that Jeongju will re-gank that mid lane right after his first gank, and they, what's the term for it? Took advantage of it.
Yeah. And, in the top side of the map as well, Wrath just, he just needs a bit more items, and, he can actually out-trade Maokai with the 5.11 rise. Even though he gets a bit nerfed here in this patch, the real threat to rise is the 5.12 patch, which absolutely kills him.
Yes. He's not going to be able to lock people down anymore.
But based from the EU LCS yesterday, he's still a formidable champion.
Oh, is it already 5.12?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, we do see that Ozraveki still pretty aggressive here. Kuramento still level 5 though. Will get level 6 in a bit. I think 1 or 2 camps will give that to him. We do see that Jeongju, with that failed attempt in the mid lane, will try to remedy himself with a little bit of farming in the jungle. Might give this blue buff to Ozraveki here.
Yeah, I think he will be giving it to him.
He has to. And Jeongju, don't know if he's going to level up from this. Not sure yet. We'll see. He's gonna double check. Because, I mean, having a level 6 Kha'Zix with the invisibility can help you a little bit set up your lane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what actually people level up nowadays for Kha'Zix. Would it be the Q? Would it be the E?
Yeah,
Because those are the two, you know.
Yeah, have you seen like the video?
Yeah, the video, the double jump Kha'Zix.
Was that a Korean player?
No, that's a Taiwanese player.
Oh, okay, so a Taiwanese player who shows us how to kill people mid-air and still have agility in mid-air. I mean, after he gets a kill, another jump. It
Yeah,
doesn't
double
even,
jump.
Yeah, he doesn't even land on the ground.
Yeah, he actually casts the second jump because he kills in mid-air. That's crazy. As in swear.
Oh my gosh.
God.
If we can see that here right now, that would be so good right now.
Yeah, that would be so sweet. Like,
Yeah.
I'm super impressed.
Oh wow, Ghost actually uses that side sapling to slow down Wrath. Nicely done by him. And will they get the kill onto Wrath? I think they will. And Ghost gets the kill, I think.
Yeah, actually he leveled up his Q.
Yeah, and yeah, did he purposely put a sapling here to slow down Wrath as he tried to, I think, like put some distance from him as well as from this bottom side?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
At this level of gameplay, maybe, you know, sometimes you can't really just pinpoint.
Yeah, now they're gonna re-engage onto Fa. He's gonna take so much damage, and that's all said and done when they have the level 6. Moon, like you said, is a CC monster, and that depth charge, dredge line, Riptide, devastating blow.
Yeah,
Just
so this is quite unexpected since Broom actually went for a Phage first before the Sheen. So he was expecting, you know, force harass coming from a KLH, so he decided for more tank, more survivability.
Okay, Jae Young-ju didn't have flash that, smite that time.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah, he didn't.
Okay,
That's almost dead.
this guy plays the jungle really, really close. I mean, if I was like doing that, I might not even try to finish that camp there. But that's, well, confidence of the pro players in their respective roles. So we do see that there is a 400 gold lead for Team Perioxis because of that insane counter gank by Kuromenta in the mid lane. But now it's more of like things have slowed down. I think these players just want to get their items up before they try to do anything else, and just try to catch someone off guard with their junglers if ever that there is a miss, or rather a lack of wards coming in from either of these two teams.
Yeah, so we can see Perioxis actually making their way towards the Dragon area, trying to ward down the path right there. There's a vision.
Yes, but right now, Ghost taking so much damage from Wrath. He's gonna do the chain CC, and Ghost here will go down. Or rather, sorry, it will not go down. It's the Dragon that goes down. But now, oh, Big Mystic here really caught up. Does have his flash, will flash over the wall. And the Shove the Waters does knock him up a little bit, but they disengage immediately. No bloodshed. Only the flashes will be burnt.
Yeah, actually one flash burn for Bane Mystic right there, and actually Wrath going Huni against Ghost right there. It's actually a classic matchup now, Rise versus a Maokai top.
Yes.
And, you know, once Rise gets, he actually has similar items to what Huni had.
Yes.
Huni had a tier and the blasting one instead of Catalyst of a Protector at this level. So
Yes.
and then he manages to outtrade the
Oh,
opposing
but look
team.
at this. There's now an engage in this bottom. It's going to be a 4v4 really soon. Will Fog go down?
Oh!
Knockup actually saves him. And War Hunters will dominate, or rather will get dominated by Team Perioxis. They committed onto killing Fa, and the other members of Team Perioxis were just free hitting.
That was insane play coming from Vel'Koz, man. I swear he would have died.
Can
like,
we get a replay onto that, please?
Oh my god.
Wow, that was a triple kill for Kuromenta. With that, he's gonna be super tanky and
Yeah,
go
like
for clash.
he was the primary target of this one.
Look
like,
at that.
yeah, he would have died here, man. Like what? This.
What?
I just like
Caspiel is trying,
That
even
Q
uses the
miss.
Q
Yeah.
and the laser.
Yeah, the
From
laser.
Fa.
He manages to unload all his spells before he died. That was amazing play coming from the Vel'Koz. And if Ghost weren't there, he would have lived.
Wow. That was just a play, a phenomenal play coming in from the support of Perioxis. I mean, if Fa died there,
Yeah, he
Fa-
kept his cool, man. Like
yeah.
he was like, steady dude, I can do this. Like I won't die. I need to unload all my spells
Yeah,
before I
'cause
die.
If he died there, I think Kuala Lumpur Hunters would have repositioned their skills, or rather their players. But look at this, they're gonna go in onto Bane Mystic. He's gonna get the knock-up onto Jaeyoung-ju, but oh! It will... Yes, Ozerveki will go down to the Om Nom Nom as well as that Ignite. And even though the gank from Jaeyoung-ju was successful, the damage output from Bane Mystic is just that insane right now.
Yeah, the damage coming from that Om Nom Nom.
The feast.
Yeah, that was too much for Fizz. So yeah, he got the kill despite, you know, but then it's still a assist for Kha'Zix as well.
Yes, so that's gonna give him a little bit of gold to try and get his damage items a little bit more faster. But look at this, a flank here from Wrath as well as Kuramento. The ultimate's still there. Oh! Didn't hit the explosive cast. I think he was, yeah, he just did an advanced explosive cast there.
Yeah, but you know, in no way, in no universe can Maokai outtrade Rise in an equal footing.
Yeah, though he was able to actually use his Vengeful Maelstrom to tank a little bit of damage.
But still, you know, the power of Rise's supercharge was
just
too much.
Forced him out of lane.
Yeah, and
right
it's like
there.
a gank here coming from Ozorveki.
They're gonna try to go in onto Fa. Here comes the Chum the Waters. The double knockup. Another knockup actually comes out of Fa there. Ooh, ultimate comes out of Broom. Will they disengage? Yes, they will. They do get one kill. And ooh, Caspiel a little bit too low there. But Bane Mystic keeping his cool. Won't go to the bottom lane, but else we'll just keep pushing this mid tier one with the help of Kuramento, and same with the Kuala Lumpur Hunters. They're gonna get this bot tier 1, and right now kills 8 to 5. In terms of turrets, 1 is to 1. First dragon did go into the hands of Team Pros. I think it's gonna be up in about 2-3 minutes right now. And Wrath again gonna go in onto Ghost here. Can Ghost survive? Will the mana be enough? Yes.
Oh,
Wrath, he will get the
kill.
kill.
Yeah, that's to be.
It was just meant to be.
Yeah, that's what ought to happen.
That's what happens when you are in range of the Rise.
Don't ever trade with the Rise with Supercharge, man.
Yeah.
That's like, that's no, you just don't.
Yes, that is true. The damage output is just that electric. All right, so
that electric.
Supercharge.
Yeah, the puns are real.
Yeah, the puns are real. All right, so the dragon will be up in 1 minute and 15 seconds. Looking into the itemizations, Ghost will try to finish his Righteous Glory right now. Damage tools. Caspiel, though, is... Whoa, actually isn't that much ahead of Broom there. Broom does have 0, 0, and 5 to Caspiel's 2, 2, and 1, but the goal advantage is only around 100 or so.
Yeah, it's almost equal, since, you know, it's 5 assists versus, you know, 3 kill participations for Kalista.
Yes.
So it's almost, you know,
and
equal.
Looking into the composition of Kuala Lumpur Hunters, they're not... are they team fight oriented?
No, I think they're more of a skirmish team.
Yes. Because
they have Kha'Zix.
Yeah, they actually try to try to go in for a dragon fight. I think Kuala Lumpur Hunters might lose to this, but oh, Ghost here is not going to expect this. This is a 2v2 situation, but I don't... Oh, will Jaeyoung-ju actually go for it? Wrath is not taking enough damage.
They can't take Wrath on, man.
Yeah, there's just too much tankiness and damage output coming in from Wrath. The stun does go into Jaeyoung-ju, but here comes Moon as well as Caspiel. Will they re-engage? They're going to try to go in onto Wrath, but the dredge line does miss. And Ozerveki now in a 2v1 situation. He will just back off. The dragon is now live. And with that, I think they have to reevaluate their lives and not go again.
That's just the gameplay. How about the gameplay? Not the gameplay, just their lives. They need to.
I think you said that before.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I did,
right, they have to reevaluate their targets. They're always going in onto Wrath right now.
Oh.
They're gonna do it yet again. They're gonna put a lot of damage onto him, and Ghost with the revenge kill will get the kill onto Wrath there.
The payback is real.
Yes, but with that, Team Pros is able to get their second dragon, though 2 kills for that. And will they get this top tier 1? I think they will with this wave as well as the 2 champions. Even though they're tanks, it's pretty low. It's going to go down. And the gold will... Yes, it will stabilize for Kuala Lumpur Hunters. So, wow. They did reevaluate it a little bit. They added the Callista as well as the Nautilus for the backup, and it worked for them.
Yeah, and you know, we can actually see that Jae-Young-jo actually really loves Tiamat. Like,
Oh yeah, he
yeah,
does.
he loves Hydra, man. Like Jarva and
Hail
Kha'Zix.
Hydra.
Hail. Wow, you're the enemy of the state, man.
No, dude, that was just like Marvel, man.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
Enemy of the state. You're like you're enemy of Avengers.
Yeah. And
Don't do that. Don't do that. Like,
Okay.
we're heroes. We Avengers. We avenge.
We avenge. If we're not able to save, we will surely avenge. I think that's a line of like a.
Really? It is?
Yeah, from Iron Man in the Avengers 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really like into the lines and stuff.
I just remembered.
Oh.
All right, so the objectives in terms of towers: 1 for Perioxis and 2 for Kuala Lumpur Hunters, 2 dragons for Team Perioxis. But Kuala Lumpur Hunters were able to get 2 kills and a turret in the top lane, meaning that they were able to mitigate or rather stabilize the goal advantage that Team Perioxis had in the early game. But right now, there's still a who has the damage output right now for these two teams?
Rise as the primary damage output coming from the Perioxis.
Oh, but look at this! Kuala Lumpur Hunters gonna do the combo, the Fate's Call depth charge, the Fate charge. Alright, now you can see that Moon actually forces himself to flash over the wall, but the knock-up as well as the explosive casks will secure the kill onto him. So he tried to do the engage, but he got re-engaged upon.
Yeah, so that's the primary damage output coming from PRS is actually from Rise right now. I mean,
Yes.
Cho'Gath also does a decent amount of damage, but you know, in terms of like DPS, I think Rise is still the main primary
I think
damage. dealer.
Cho'Gath is more of like, I get a nom on you and I get an instant kill.
Yeah, it's
like
more
that.
of a burst type of,
Yes.
and you know,
Oh, but they're gonna re-engage. Ghost here uses the Righteous Glory. But right now they do. Oh, they're gonna re-engage actually right now. Oh, Caspiel's in the range of that laser, but he does get the kill onto the Rise. Here comes Ozra Becky. Oh, Jae-Young-jo will get an assist there.
Oh, he's still alive.
He still survives. And right now you can see here.
He died. I don't know, he's still alive.
He's still alive though, but Bane Mystic is here. He's hungry. He's a Cho'Gath. Will he try to do the nom nom combo? No, he does not, but they are gonna do onto him what he did to them before.
Oh man!
And Kuala Lumpur Hunters with that clash.
Jae-Young-jo with the clutch, clutch fly away. I mean, they managed the tick managed to kill Ezreal, and you know they were able to fly. He was able to fly away, and I thought he died to Cho'Gath, but then you know he managed to get away from Cho'Gath, and you know Cho'Gath actually dying in the process right there.
Wow,
Kuala
he was
Lumpur
just
Hunters
out of position there.
looking into coming back into this series right there. 12-11 kill score right now. Kuala Lumpur Hunters leading actually by 1k gold.
Yes, I think now this is the first time in the game that they had the gold advantage. I think.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Looking into the
Probably.
Yeah, I think. All right, so right now there is a 1,000 gold advantage for the Kuala Lumpur Hunters, and this skirmish type of composition is actually working out for them.
Yeah, these are the fights that they need to take.
Oh, will he Mystic Shot over that Tribe Rush? No, he does not. All right, so Curamental will get this pink ward right here. Looking into the towers, there is all of the other turrets for Team Perioxis is now down. So they are, or typically they would put a lot more defensive wards in their entrances of their jungles because of that pressure that Kuala Lumpur Hunters might put. Because of the towers going down, or the turrets rather going down for themselves.
Are they? Oh, this is wow.
Yeah, the playstyle coming in from Team Perioxis. They do have the Cho'Gath ultimate to get the 1,000 true damage on that Baron, but is it enough? Can they do it? I think they can. There's not enough time.
Yeah, and this is once again. Wow, I mean that was a really fast call coming from PRS, and that was a smart call, I guess, because Fizz was at the bottom side, and in no way he can go in the middle lane. And primarily the damage of KLH comes from Fizz as well as Kha'Zix as well as Callista.
Yes.
Yeah, And Fizz actually is in the bottom side, which reduces drastically the damage potential of KLH. And you know, walang tatangke for
Yes.
them except for Maokai and Nautilus. But then if you don't deal enough damage to kill Rise that fast and immediately,
Yes.
you'd lose a team fight.
As well as yung disruption din na ginagawa ng Chum the Water sa Clash does help them a little bit. So, right now, Team Borealis, there's actually not a lot of gold advantage to be concerned about. 400 only. And in this point of the game, it's not really that big. It's actually not big at all. And the Baron will be used by Team Borealis either to push A lane or, I don't know, they should push A lane right now.
Yeah, they should. Or use it to control objectives.
And they are going to be able to control the objective, which is the Dragon. And Team Borealis are the only team who has the Dragon right now. But here comes a teleport from Ghost. He's going to try to do what he can. Will they get this Dragon? I don't think they... Oh, actually they do! The laser comes out of far right there. Will there be enough damage? And Team Borealis with the Rise, with the Cho'Gath, and with the backline Vel'Koz gets themselves a 3 for nothing, a 4 for nothing. But though, the Dragon did go into the hands of Kuala Lumpur Hunters, but in my opinion, that was such a worth it. Oh, but here comes Wrath with the flash in, and it's a clean ace. Oh my goodness!
That was, the damage was just so real. Like Callista was just like, oh, that's so real.
Yeah,
like the damage was so.
I think he was in range of the Vel'Koz's laser as well.
Yeah, but yeah, she managed to take the.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll see right now. The clash right there,
Yeah.
and Kuala Lumpur Hunters want to do what they
Yeah,
can.
actually, it was a crit. That was not even a rend, man.
Oh, okay, it was a
like
crit.
that was a crit coming from the auto attack of Callista, but it was nice positioning coming from Fa, which maximized the laser's potential.
Yeah.
And you know, KLH was just super into deep in the lines of PRS, and they can't actually take on a 5v5 because of the Baron buff, and that PRS's composition is made for a 5v5 as well.
Yes. So, what should have regularly been a buffet pit for the outside team, like team outside that pit, became into like a death bowl for Team Borealis there. And they got an ace for that, for their troubles. Now they have an almost 5,000 gold lead. They have 2 towers in terms of advantage against Kuala Lumpur Hunters, and Wrath is more and more becoming a monster on that Rise.
Yeah, they should really, really ban out Rise, man.
Rise before his... Even
Nerf.
before, yeah.
Before his
Should always be banned out. And Ozraveki here is a little bit caught out. Still does have his playful / trickster, but
didn't even use any of his abilities.
Yeah.
Can't use, actually.
and
He was CC'd so hard.
yeah, and that hungry Cho'Gath right there will be sated with the fish in the top lane.
Yeah, he ate sushi.
It's raw. There's no one for him to cook it. He doesn't have a brand or a... Who else is like a fire champion here?
Vel'Koz has like a fire thing.
Yeah, but Vel'Koz wasn't there.
Like
So
laser.
I think we just say that
You cook it with ultraviolet.
or Kuramento actually uses his alcohol to add flavor to the fish.
But there's no fire on it. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
yeah, I guess. That's
Yeah, there's
like
some
sushi and
yeah, some kind of yeah.
an ale maybe.
Yeah, so we're kind of hungry right now, guys. So far, naging food casting just a little bit, but still, right now they do get the top tier 2 right now, and Ozraveki is back in action. But what can they do? There's so many tanks and frontliners as well as damage-dealing tanks for Team Borealis, and right now Moon actually goes in with the dredge line. He's gonna try to do what he can. Face call does come out of him, and Ghost is gonna be the lumber for their cook-off, and he will go down. The top inhibitor will follow through. Will they finish this off right now? 30 seconds on Ghost before he responds.
Yeah, I think PRS are posing to take this one now.
Wow, another laser comes out of Fa, and Brain Mystic
Oh, man.
just nom-noms the bug right there. So after the sushi, he goes in for the bug. And Kuala Lumpur Hunters, or rather Team Borealis, will give themselves a 2-0 with some really nice team fights overall.
Yeah, and this is the game. 27 minutes into it. 9K gold lead in favor of Proyoxis here. 2-0 against Kuala Lumpur. Definitely giving him the edge in the group stage of the GPL.
Yes, that's going to give them 3 points right now. And just back into the game itself, I really like that Team Proyoxis read what Kuala Lumpur Hunters did early on. Yes, Jaeyoung Joe did one gank in the mid lane, and they already know that he's gonna come for another gank, and they set up a beautiful rupture body slam barrel roll combo, and Bane Mystic stayed alive, and they got a 2-for-0 right there. That's one of my favorite plays from Team Proyoxis. But Kuala Lumpur Hunters, I don't know. What went wrong for them?
I think the Kazakhs pick. And that's kind of wrong, I think, in my opinion, because even if you have a Maokai and bottom side, the Nautilus, and it's gonna be really difficult for a Kazakhs to pick up an assassination. Considering that you have a mid Cho'Gath, you have a jungle Gragas, you have a top rise probably, and in the bottom side you have a Ezreal super mobile champion plus a Vel'Koz who can dish out damage. Maybe a Vel'Koz and the Rise are quite easily assassinated.
Yes,
but the
problem was as well was that Wrath was not shut down. At all, and that bottom lane gank coming in from Jaeyoung Joe, where Fa survived for as long as possible. He got, like you said,
he unloaded
all of his skills, as well as even the laser for like a second and a half before he went down. And that was, I think, a 3-for-0 or 4-for-0.
No, they killed Vel'Koz.
Oh, sorry, 3-for-1. Yeah. So wow, that just Team Proyoxis playing out of their minds right now. I just have to give it to Fa for that bottom lane play, as well as Bane Mystic and Coromento for exploiting, or rather, just taking advantage of the playstyle that Kuala Lumpur Hunters did early on, and they still did it, and it got red really quickly. So guys, what do you think about that game for Team Proyoxis? Give themselves a 2-for-0. So in the GPL, they'll be in the lead. 3 points right now for them. So again, that has been the Garena Premier League Summer 2015. So do you have any shoutouts before we do close the stream right now?
Yeah, shoutouts to PGS and LCL. We do have PGS and LCL this weekend, so it's gonna be a Pinoy weekend for you guys. Pinoy esports weekend.
Yes.
Saturday would be PGS 6 to 10 p.m. And you'd see the matchup in the Facebook page. That's facebook.com/progamingseries. And for the LCL, as we have stated earlier, can we have the LCL thing?
Yes,
right
the schedule.
The schedule here. So here we go. Here we have this LCL schedule for this Sunday, June 26th.
Yes,
so
that's
just
June
disregard
26th,
the 21.
guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it would be TIP Griox Esports versus Kingdom Sports of STI College in
Actually,
Game 1.
June
Game
28.
2. Oh yeah, 28. I mean, sorry, 28. Yeah, because
okay.
26 today. Yeah.
Okay,
For Game 2, it would be Puso, University of the Philippines, Cebu versus the Victims of Love, Central Philippine University. And for Game 3, it would be Chess Gaming, St. Louis University versus Scorpions of Cagayan de Oro College, FINMA. And for the last game, 8 p.m., we have 7 p.m. actually, Profiles of the Unknown, Ateneo de Davao University versus Veritas Arcas from De La Salle University.
Yes. And also, I would like to shout out to the viewers out there from Azubu, from YouTube, as well as Twitch, guys. Did you enjoy the Garena Premier League Summer 2015? These teams, you compare it to the Pro Game Series, yung playstyle nila, a little bit different.
Yeah, it's different. Very
different.
But
yung parang deliverance nila does give us some exciting plays right there. I really enjoyed it. So did you guys enjoy it? So again, shout outs to the PGS Rifters out there, Dixine, Lexi, Rappy, Austin, Jago, Lance, as well as Jazz, as well to my other friends,
Beast Mojo,
Beast Mojo, Wananoipi, Lady Lunatica, also to my new classmates. Kasi, yeah, I'm graduating, medyo bago yung classmates ko. They also play League of Legends and watch the streams. Hi guys.
Oh yeah, I have shoutouts too. I have shout out to Burrito here,
the live stream operator.
Kate, Banana Kate, Isis, Jelly, Franco,
yes, of course,
and Sir Reg, of course, and Sir Jobs. I like your spiders. And also, I have one final shout out. Hi to Trisha Bear if you're still watching right now.
Ooh. Hi. So guys, that's all the time we have right now for day 3 of week 1, let's say, of the Garena Premier League Summer 2015. Well, let's bring it to a close. I'm GS Asarai with the Nye, and of course, alongside here with me is
GM Cairo.
And we are signing off.